In this video, I'm going to teach you how to pick colors from the internet to inspire your color scheme. So first you want to find a color picker tool. I have Googled color picker tool in Chrome, and there's the eyedropper tool. I'm actually looking at the rating here and how many votes they have, and it looks like Colorzilla is actually doing pretty well. So I'm going to pick this one. Remember, you always want to check those ratings, and I'm going to click add to Chrome and add extension. And now I have an extension up here that's going to let me pick some colors. Now I'm going to find a photograph to inspire me with a color scheme. I love the mountains, so I'm going to have a mountain inspired color scheme, and here we go. I'm going to use this one. Now I'm going to click my color picker tool, and I've got it active. Now when I put my mouse over, you can see that I'm getting the hex number and the RGB at the top here. So I'm going to say, you know what, I love that blue. I'm picking that color. I've copied it to the clipboard, and you can see that I've also got that number in there. So if I looked at my picked color history, you can now see the RGB number and the hex number, and I'm going to show you how to use that hex number in the next piece. Okay, here we go. So I use Coolors. It's my site that I use now to pick color schemes and help me with all of the color theory stuff, because we don't have to remember all of that. I'm going to click here on my color picker, and I'm going to go to my color picker history and click on this color that I want, and I'm going to right click copy or control copy, and I'm going to come right here and paste in control V, and then you have to hit lock. So it'll kind of confuse you because you hit lock, and then when you mouse over it'll say unlock. Okay, so you have to do that. Then when you hit the space bar, it's going to generate lots of color scheme alternatives. Now when you find a color you like, so I love this, I'm going to hit lock, make sure it says unlock. Okay, and now I can just change those colors, and when I find one I love, I can say lock. And so I'm just working through, and it's using all of that fancy color theory to pick the colors that can go with it. Okay, so I can lock that one, and then I can lock that one, and I can say, okay, this is my color palette. So now I'm going to go in and get the numbers, and you can see that here are the hex numbers, and right now these are the names, straw and neon carrot, but I actually want these RGB numbers, so I'm going to click on settings, secondary information here. I'm going to swap this to be RGB, close that. Now you can see that I have RGB, and this is 44, 134, 213. Now I've opened up Excel, which we're going to be using for this assignment, and I have clicked on the cell I want, and I'm going to go to home and this paint bucket and more colors right here, and I'm going to click on custom, and I've got my RGB numbers now. So I'm going to type in 44, 134, and 213 and say OK. And this is going to be my color scheme. So this is going to be color scheme number 1. Now the name of that, if I don't remember, I can go back and I can click here and I can hit the change and go back to the name, and was Bleu de France, Bleu de France, however you want to say it. And we're going to make a little more space, and I want to put the hex number, and then the R, the G, and the B for this. So I already know that that hex number is 2C8, 6D5, 44, 134, 213. So you are going to have now 3 color schemes that you have selected based on 3 different photographs in Excel. So check the next slide and I'll show you what it's going to look like when you're done. So for this assignment, you are going to use colors inspired by one photograph. So you'll use the techniques I've already taught you. Use your color picker, and you will pick the 3 different colors. So in this example, I use Bleu de France, blue, Munsell, and Cambridge blue, and I used the tool. I have made the colors in here as well. I have put the hex numbers and the RGB numbers, and remember, I just right click, I go here to the paint bucket and more colors, and then enter the RGB numbers here, and it puts it in the box there. So now I have pasted in my photograph, and I have 3 color schemes inspired by the mountain, and I used the Coolors tool to help pick these different color schemes that go together very nicely. And oh, I've got an exclamation point. I'm gonna have to go figure that one back out. But the hex numbers in the RGB. Now you can also pick other color numbers if you need CMYK or other colors, but right now we're just focusing on hex, which gives us the information for the web, and RGB, which gives us the information to use in most of our Microsoft Office documents. And this will be the assignment that you turned in. Give it a name, 3 color schemes inspired by something. Make sure you put your photo, and each has to have 5 color schemes and have your name on it as well.